Have you ever wondered what it really means to win at life at 70? It's not about wealth or fame. It's not about medals or achievements. It's about being able to do the simple things that make life truly fulfilling. Picture this. You climb a flight of stairs without gasping for air. You remember exactly what you had for lunch yesterday without hesitation. You can stand on one leg for 10 seconds, laugh wholeheartedly every day, maintain strong friendships, and still cook yourself a delicious meal. These may seem like small things, but the truth is, many people lose the ability to do them as they age, and they don't even realize it until it's too late. So why are these simple abilities actually the golden keys to a long, healthy, and fulfilling life? And more importantly, how can you make sure you're not just living to 70, but thriving with energy, vitality, and happiness? Let's uncover the 6 powerful signs that prove you're truly winning at life at 70, and if you can't do them all, it's time to make a change before it's too late. 1. Climbing stairs without getting out of breath. By you defeating old age or letting it defeat you. Have you ever noticed that climbing stairs is the simplest yet toughest health test you face every day? Think about it. When you were younger, climbing 2 or 3 flights of stairs was effortless. But one day, you take just a few steps up, and suddenly, your heart is pounding, your legs feel weak, and your breath becomes heavy. That's when you realize you're not as strong as you used to be. This isn't a trivial matter. According to the American Heart Association, by the time you turn 70, your cardiovascular endurance may decline by up to 40% compared to when you were 30. That means if you don't keep yourself active, climbing stairs will only become harder over time. But here's the good news, you can still change that. A European study found that people over 60 who could climb 3 flights of stairs within 90 seconds had a significantly lower risk of heart disease over the next 10 years. Now, imagine visiting an old friend who lives on the 3rd floor. You arrive at the building, only to find out the elevator is broken. What would you do? Sit down and wait for your friend to come down, knowing that if you attempt to climb, your legs will shake, your heart will race, and you'll be too out of breath to even speak? Or confidently climb up, breathing steadily, carrying on a conversation, and maybe even joking, well, at least I'm getting my daily exercise. Your answer reveals a lot about your overall health. The truth is, climbing stairs isn't just about getting from one floor to another. It's an indicator of how well your heart is pumping, how efficiently your lungs are delivering oxygen, and whether your muscles are still strong enough to support you. So, if you can climb stairs without gasping for air, congratulations, you're ahead of many people your age. But if not, it's time to seriously consider rebuilding your physical fitness, because one day, this simple ability will determine whether you can move freely or not. 2. Can you remember what you ate for lunch yesterday? If not, don't take it lightly. One morning, you wake up, walk into the kitchen, open the fridge, and suddenly, you freeze. What were you looking for? What do you want to eat this morning? What did you have for lunch yesterday? Why can't you remember right away? It might seem like a small thing, but if you frequently forget simple details like what you ate the day before, it could be an early sign of memory decline. According to the Alzheimer's Association, 1 in 9 people over the age of 65 experiences memory issues. And the scariest part, this decline doesn't happen overnight, it creeps in little by little. By the time you notice, it might already be too late. But here's the good news, memory isn't fixed, you can train it to stay sharp. Many studies show that people who engage in mental activities such as reading, solving puzzles, socializing, or even simply asking themselves, "What did I eat yesterday?" can slow down cognitive decline. Because remembering a meal isn't just about recalling food. It's a workout for your brain, keeping you connected to your own experiences. You're not just recalling the dish, you're remembering who you ate with, the conversations you had, the emotions you felt while enjoying the meal. And these connections keep your brain active, sharp, and resistant to aging. So, let's test yourself right now. Close your eyes and think about yesterday's lunch. How much can you remember? If you can clearly recall the details, the main dish, the dessert, the flavors, the emotions, congratulations. Your brain is still in top shape. But if it takes you more than 5 seconds to recall, or if you struggle to remember at all, this is your wake-up call. It's time to start prioritizing your brain health before it's too late. 3. Balancing on one leg for 10 seconds, a simple test that predicts your longevity. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds? It might sound like a silly challenge kids play, but the truth is, this is one of the most reliable health tests to predict your lifespan and quality of life as you age. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people over the age of 70 who could balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds had a 50% lower risk of serious health complications compared to those who couldn't. Why does this matter? Because balance is not just a simple physical skill. It is the result of a perfect coordination between your muscles, nervous system, and reflexes. If you have good balance, it means your legs are still strong enough to support you, your nervous system is still sharp enough to adjust your posture, and most importantly, you are at a much lower risk of falling, one of the leading causes of serious injuries among older adults. You might think falling is just a minor accident, but the reality is far more concerning. Statistics show that 1 in 3 adults over 65 falls each year, and many of them never fully recover. A single fall can lead to fractures, loss of mobility, and in some cases, significantly shorten a person's lifespan. That's why this 10-second test is so important. It doesn't just reflect your current fitness level, it predicts how independent you will remain in the years to come. Try it right now. Stand up, lift one foot off the ground, and see if you can hold your balance for 10 seconds. If you can do it without wobbling, congratulations. Your body is still functioning better than most people your age. But if you struggle to stay steady, or if you can't do it at all, this is your wake-up call to start paying attention to your physical health. Because one day, Your ability to balance could determine whether you can continue moving freely or not. 4. Laughing out loud and finding humor in life, the secret to living longer and happier. Do you remember the last time you laughed so hard you couldn't stop? The kind of laugh that makes your eyes tear up, your stomach hurt, and forces you to slap the table because it's just too funny. If you still have moments like that, you're doing great. Laughter isn't just a natural reaction, it is a powerful, free medicine for both the body and mind. A study from Stanford University found that laughter helps reduce stress hormones, boosts the immune system, improves circulation, and even increases pain tolerance. This means that every time you laugh, not only do you feel happier, but your body is actually getting healthier. But here's something even more fascinating. People who laugh more tend to live longer. A 15-year study in Norway found that older adults with a strong sense of humor and frequent laughter had a significantly lower risk of death compared to those who laughed less. So why do we laugh less as we get older? Maybe life becomes more serious, or maybe we carry too many responsibilities. But if you think about it, the people who live the longest are not the ones who stress about everything. They're the ones who can look at life with humor and lightheartedness. I have an elderly friend who has been through some of life's toughest challenges: loss, illness, the inevitable changes that come with aging. But what amazes me most about her is not what she has endured, but how she faces everything. Whenever she talks about her past, she never tells her stories with sadness. Instead, she always adds a joke, a funny twist, turning even the hardest times into moments of laughter. And every time she laughs, the whole room lights up. Laughter doesn't erase life's difficulties, but it makes them easier to face. It helps us stay mentally strong, connect with the people around us, and appreciate every little moment. So, ask yourself, how many times have you laughed this week? Do you surround yourself with people who make you laugh? Do you find joy in the small things in life? If the answer is yes, you're doing great. If not, maybe it's time to bring more laughter into your life. Because sometimes, a good laugh is the best secret to a long and happy life. 5. Maintaining friendships and social connections, the secret to not growing old alone. Do you still meet up with friends, call your loved ones for a chat, or even make new connections? If you do, you're holding on to something that many people lose over time: the warmth and meaning of life itself. The truth is, as we age, our social circles can shrink dramatically. Friends become distant, family members get busy, conversations become less frequent, and before we know it, loneliness becomes an uninvited guest in our lives. According to the National Institute on Aging, 30% of people over 70 struggle with loneliness, and this doesn't just affect emotions, it significantly increases the risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. But here's the other side of the coin. People who maintain friendships and social connections live longer, happier, and healthier lives. You might not realize it, but research has shown that chronic loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Yes, you heard that right. Living in isolation can slowly harm you in ways you may not even notice. Remember Okinawa, Japan. It's home to one of the highest populations of centenarians in the world. And one of their secrets to longevity. Moai, lifelong social groups where friends commit to supporting each other for life. They meet regularly, share meals, talk about life, and these connections help them stay mentally and physically strong, far longer than most people. Do you have a friend you meet for coffee every week? Do you have someone you can call when you're feeling down? Do you have people who, with just one message, would meet up with you in an instant? If so, you're holding on to something far more valuable than money, strong social bonds that will keep you healthier and happier for years to come. But if not, don't let yourself drift into isolation. Because in the end, what makes life truly meaningful isn't what we own, but who we share it with. 6. Cooking for yourself, when the kitchen becomes a symbol of independence. You might not think about it often, but the ability to cook for yourself is one of the clearest signs that you're still in control of your life. Think about it. Cooking isn't just about preparing a meal. It requires mobility, coordination, focus, and memory to follow a recipe and adjust flavors. It's actually a daily test of both physical and cognitive ability, even if you don't realize it. And if you can still do it, you're already ahead of many people your age. A study from Sweden found that older adults who still cooked their own meals had a 25% lower risk of developing heart disease and diabetes compared to those who relied on processed foods. That's because when you cook for yourself, you control what goes into your body, from sugar and salt levels to healthy fats and nutrients. On the other hand, prepackaged meals and takeout are often loaded with preservatives, artificial sugars, and unhealthy oils, things that can speed up health decline faster than you might expect. But cooking isn't just about nutrition. It's also therapy. Have you ever felt calm while chopping vegetables, stirring a pot of soup, or inhaling the aroma of a warm meal? That's because cooking is a moment of mindfulness, a time when you focus entirely on yourself, rather than worrying about the outside world. Picture this. You step into your kitchen, open the fridge, and pick out the freshest ingredients. The sound of a knife slicing through crisp vegetables, the rich aroma of garlic sizzling in the pan, the gentle bubbling of soup simmering on the stove, it all comes together like a symphony of life. And when you take that first bite of the meal you just created, isn't that one of the most satisfying feelings in the world? One that no restaurant can ever replace? If you can still stand in your kitchen, chop, stir, season, and serve yourself a hot, home-cooked meal, you're already doing better than many others. Because cooking isn't just a skill, it's a symbol of independence, of vitality, and of a spirit that's still full of strength and energy. Are you truly living life to the fullest? We often think that a good life at 70 simply means living longer, but that's not the case. Longevity alone doesn't define a well-lived life. What truly matters is how you spend the years you have. Let's reflect on the 6 things we discussed: climbing stairs without losing breath, remembering what you ate yesterday, balancing on one leg, laughing often, maintaining social connections, and cooking your own meals. They may seem simple, but these are actually the golden indicators of a healthy, fulfilling, and vibrant life. Because when you can climb stairs, it means you still have the strength to go wherever you want. When your memory is sharp, you can still share meaningful stories with your loved ones. When you maintain your balance, you reduce the risk of dangerous falls. When you still laugh, you're embracing life with joy. When you have strong friendships, loneliness will never be your companion. And when you can cook for yourself, you are still in control of your own well-being. Now, imagine yourself 10 or 20 years from now, still able to travel without needing assistance, still capable of preparing your favorite meal, still laughing at a good joke, and still surrounded by friends who make life richer. That is what a truly good life looks like. So if you can do all these things today, be proud of yourself. And if there are areas you struggle with, don't worry, you still have time to make changes. What you do today will shape how you live tomorrow. Are you ready to make a change? Now, ask yourself, how many of these 6 things can you still do? Can you climb stairs without exhaustion, recall yesterday's meals, balance well, laugh every day, maintain strong friendships, and cook your own meals? If your answer is yes, you are truly living well. But if you find yourself struggling with any of these, don't wait until it's too late. Start making changes now. Your body and mind won't stay strong unless you actively take care of them. Prioritize your health, maintain good habits, and most importantly, take charge of your own life. And if you found this information valuable, help us spread this message to more people. Hit the like button to help this video reach more viewers. Click subscribe to stay updated with meaningful content that will help you live healthier, happier, and truly enjoy your golden years. Share this video with your friends and family, because everyone deserves a better quality of life. You have the power to shape the quality of your life, and we'll be right here to guide you on this journey. Let's build a community of people committed to living longer, stronger, and happier.